I know y'all like, no, but dude, this is not me putting on no show. I don't know what's going on. We're in week 3 of PSN being down, and I don't know. I'm starting to scratch myself. Once again, this is not me putting on an act. I'm really itchy, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I haven't taken a shower in like a month, but I know y'all like, Negro, a month? No, I'm just lying, but that might be the case for some people out there. No, but so yeah, as you can see by the title above, this is not about PSN. Quite frankly, I'm tired of talking about a service that I can't use. In other words, I'm tired of talking about PSN. I mean, you know, you get all these updates from Sony, like, we're still in the process of testing, you know, we're updating it. Yeah, that's all cool and beans, but just, me personally, update me when the update says this: Negro, the online is on. I mean, that's when you can update me. But just a quick update I want to leave you guys with PSN. The full service of PSN, like the PlayStation Store and PlayStation Home and all that stuff, that's the full service of PSN is supposed to be restored by May 31st, towards the end of this month, or June 1st, whatever. Some people are thinking that you won't be able to play online until the end of this month. I heard they're trying to get the online part up first, because like that's the main thing about PSN is the online. So I heard they might have an earlier release date for that, but that's just what I'm hearing. Nothing I say is 100%. Matter of fact, nothing anybody says is 100% true, because PSN was supposed to be up a week ago, and where are we now? PSN-less. But so yeah, this video is really, and to be honest, it's almost a perfect time to do this video, because a lot of people, with all this stuff that's happening with PS3, the whole PSN outage, and how games cost so much today, and how these game systems today break down so many times, a lot of people say that this gaming generation, the gaming I don't know, sometimes I have trouble saying generation. This gaming, a lot of people say that this gaming generation a lot of people say that this gaming generation is like the worst one of all time. And you know, so that's what this video is about. Is gaming changing for the better, or is gaming changing for the worse? You know, a lot of people say the worst, and if you were to ask me that question, gamer, is gaming changing for the better or the worse? I'd be like, well, I'd have to say both. And here's why. This was the very first system this was the system that introduced me to gaming. This was the very first gaming system I had. And I remember it like it happened yesterday. I was 5 or 6 years old. My uncle comes by my house. He leaves a big box and just leaves the house without saying anything. I'm like, is there a bomb in there? Because, I mean, remember, I'm like 5 or 6 years old. So he just like, he brings in the box and he leaves. and I'm like, okay. So, you know, I open the box and I see this Sega Genesis. Now, keep in mind, this thing still works today, and this, I don't know exactly when this gaming system came out, but it still works. This was the very first time this was when I got introduced to video games, and he left me Sonic the Hedgehog, and I remember it like it was yesterday. That was the first time I ever sat in front of the TV. So I'm sitting in front of the TV with the controller in hand, and I'm playing it, and the very first word that came out of my mouth, the very first words, like, you know how when your mom gives birth to you, and then after a while, you know, you can begin to talk, and sometimes the very first word you might say is mama or dada or fried chicken. That's what I said. But the very first word I said towards gaming is, This is amazing. And ever since then, I've been playing games nonstop. A lot of people would say Sega Genesis was like one of the best consoles. To be honest, it was one of the best consoles. For my younger gamers out there, bam! A lot of y'all say, gamer, what's that? Is that Is that a cassette tape? No, Billy. This is what games used to look like. A gaming cartridge. And to all my professionals, to all my vets out there, what did you have to do if your Sega Genesis did not read this? Oh, I see we have some professionals out there. Right, you had to flip it upside down and go just like this. And that's how you made it work. And then, you know, stuck it in like this. This is how games used to be like. You know, gaming systems used to be just about one thing: gaming. And you know, these gaming systems today, you know, you can do so many multiple things on it. You can go on the internet, you can watch movies, high definition movies. You can put your Netflix account on that console and then watch Netflix through your console. 360 has this thing where you can watch ESPN through your 360. There's just so many different things that these gaming systems do today. You know, the technology is always changing. So, you know, when people ask me, like, is gaming changing for the better or the worse, that's why I say both. Because these game systems today can do so many more things than just gaming today. But, you know, the bad part of that is, I think with all this stuff, I think that's why the systems of this gen aren't as reliable as the current systems. As the previous systems, because the previous systems, they were very basic. All they needed to do was play games. But these systems today, they're so advanced. I mean, yeah, if you're advanced, you should be able to like operate like at a unknown whatever. But you know, I think that's also why the systems aren't that reliable, because you know, there's other things than just gaming now. You know, and a lot of people say PS1. This is how the PS1 used to look like. And a lot of people say that, you know, the PS1s and PS2s, that's when gaming was at its high point. And I have to agree with you from that standpoint, because PS2 had so many great... How many great games did PS2 have? I mean, honestly, like, PS2's game, they had like a library full of great games. Like, and you know, when you look at gaming today, games are still great. Yes, the graphics have improved tremendously, and you know, the sound and whatever, that's all great. But when it comes to quality and, you know, making story for games and everything, and you know, getting a connection with that game character, I think no generation of gaming did it better than PS2. I mean, PS2 had so many great games, had great stories, whatever. And you know, in today's gaming, you don't have games that, you know, have great stories, aside from a few like Uncharted and you know a lot of other games. But when you compare the great game campaigns of today compared to like on the PS2 and PS1, it's like PS1 and PS2 destroys them. You know, games today are focused heavily on online. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's the truth. Because if you disagree with me, if you disagree saying, dude, gaming today is not just about online, look at what has happened over the course of 3 weeks just because PSN has went down. Some people honestly feel like they can't turn on their PS3. Like, I'm like, dude, your PS3 still works. But it's like, some gamers, they care nothing about playing online. And you know, that's when gaming started to change, when online was introduced, because you know, that's when it was a new thing. It was hot, it was fun. You can finally stop playing split screen, and you can finally play with other people online and stuff. So that's why I think these gaming campaigns or stories are not as good as they used to be, because online is so big and so popular today that, you know, I think the developers focus on the online more. So you know, that's why that's why I say both, because there's a good side to this gaming and there's also a bad side. It's also very expensive, this current gen. You know, the games today cost $65 a game, and you know, before what they used to cost, what, $40 a game, and you know, that's a $25 difference. You know, but then again, that goes with the technology that the creators of these systems put into it. So of course you have to make it more expensive. I mean, the PS3 used to cost $600 when it released. You know. A lot of people forget that. But you know, gaming today is becoming more of a luxury than I would say what gaming truly is. I think what gaming really is being able to have fun under any circumstance. That's why I don't think gaming today is really considered gaming, because if you take away the online, some people don't even bother turning on their system because you know all they care about is the online. So that's why I would say that. But gaming is also it's a luxury, like I said, because today you can buy games from the comfort of your home, and you could never do that on the PS2 and PS1 and Sega. Yeah, like I think people take that for granted, how much of a luxury we have in today's gaming. You know, buying games from the comfort of your home, buying movies from the comfort of your home. So that's my thoughts on it. There's good sides to this gaming generation and there's bad sides. Sorry if my thoughts were scrambled. Sometimes I just can't even keep up with what I'm saying. Maybe I should slow down and drink Kool-Aid. But whatever. Those are my thoughts. So if you were to ask me, gamer, is gaming changing for the better or the worse? I would have to say both. And that might be scary to some people, but I just think that's what it is at this current point. And so those are my thoughts. Leave thoughts, comments, video responses, whatever you want to do, all that jazz. And yeah, man, when PSN does come back up, I think we should appreciate it more than we did when it was up. You know, I think we took PSN for granted. You know, a lot of people were just asking for more and more and more. And you know, when you lose something, you then begin to realize how good it actually was. That goes for life and gaming. You know, you might lose a girlfriend. You know, you might be like, God dang, I can't believe I can't believe that I let the sister go. I know. But that's life, man. But until then, I'll catch you on my next video. Right? As always, I greatly appreciate if you rate the video. It doesn't have to be a thumbs up. Guess what? Oh yeah, it can also be a thumbs down. But as always, I greatly appreciate if y'all rate the video. And I'll catch y'all on my next one, alright? Peace.